This is my friend. Let's call him Robbie. Robbie really wanted to be in this video and I have his consent in writing.
You just need to sign this here, okay? Simple. Sign it.
Alright, enjoy! Boys, I have binged the entire season of Netflix's new hit show, Beef, a series about two people struggling in everyday life who then take out their anger on something completely unrelated. Me, an intellectual, got the underlying message. Asians are dangerous. So I got into my car, drove to the nearest Asian person I know, knocked him out, put him in the trunk, and the rest is history. For the sake of humanity, of course. But little did I know that Asians are not only known for eating dogs, but they also make the most crazy movies that turn out to be masterpieces. Which brings me to... So, Beef is a show produced by A24 and it's available on Netflix, which is a surprising cooperation given that 90% of Netflix shows is dog shit. So, how do these two fit together? Well, good question.
All of this just works. It's not, I'm not kidding.
Okay, now let's see what the series is really about. Like I said in the intro, Beef features two main characters being Amy and Danny. As you might assume, they are having a bit of beef. Road rage, to be exact.
Fucking mother bloody fuck bitch!
But fun aside, road rage is just the beginning. Things then quickly spiral out of control to the point where they completely ruin each other's lives. The two individuals form a sickening obsession with each other. That includes threats, forming relationships with close friends, or even the family of the other person, which is quite chilling to be honest. I mean, if they would be American, they would have just shot each other in the first 10 minutes. Roll the credits. But that cat and mouse dynamic between the two protagonists makes for a really simple, yet entertaining plot. What isn't simple, however, are the themes that Beef brings to life.
Shut your fucking mouth. You wouldn't be here without me.
God damn, I did not expect this show to have that much depth, given that it's mostly labeled as a dark comedy.
Bitch-ass handyman pissing on my fucking hardwood floor? This is European. Oh, motherfucker!
Let's take a look at our main characters, for example. Amy and Danny are the complete opposites. One of them is a successful entrepreneur with a seemingly picture-perfect life, while the other is a broke bitch. While the other is a broke contractor struggling with pretty much everything in life. But they have much more in common than you'd expect. One of them being the most obvious themes of Beef, bottling up emotions until they erupt like a volcano. That's essentially the cause of the road rage. This little incident that I wouldn't give two shits about is the catalyst of the plot. And it's a very real, relatable problem. Amy can't talk about her issues, she has a business to run, a family to provide for, she feels like she has to put everything above her well-being. And the same thing can be said about Danny. They are really similar people, but life had different plans for them. Both of them are unhappy in their current situation, which then leads into a sort of existential crisis and depression for the two. And the show has some genuinely emotional moments. I love how Beef centers its plot around the characters' decisions. It sort of feels like a natural snowball effect. It gets really crazy towards the end when Danny and Amy are willing to give up everything they fought for just to get under each other's skin. And while most people seem to agree that these are really horrible human beings, I kind of beg to differ, though my moral compass might be totally fucked. I like to think about them as generally decent people who are forced to do terrible things. Mostly because of their own stubbornness, yes, but if one would just walk away from the feud, it would kinda ruin the message. This may sound kind of deep, and I think it is, however, let's not forget that Beef is as much a comedy as it is a drama. And let me say, the script is really good at balancing the two. Like, 1 minute you can have a guy chase someone in a staircase with a lobster in his hand and then throw up. and just a few minutes after that, you can have a deep conversation between two characters without it feeling jarring at all. That is really rare. And I have to say, the actors are really selling it. So Stephen Yeun is absolutely incredible in Beef as Danny. His range is just out of this world, going from the most soul-crushing moments to light-hearted comedy. I love this guy. Check him out in other movies too. And the rest of the cast was ranging from good to great. There was a lot of love and passion put into this show, and you cannot deny that. But now that I've been talking about Beef like Andrew Tate about testosterone supplements, I feel like I have to mention that it's not flawless. I found the pacing to be quite slow, given that there are 10 episodes with a runtime of only 30 minutes each. The first 2 episodes did feel a little drawn out, and there were a few plot lines throughout the season that I didn't find to be very interesting. Also, Ali Wong, who played Amy, did overact in a few scenes. Her facial gestures, I guess, were sometimes a bit much. But I wouldn't say these flaws detract from the overall value of the show. They are like minor inconveniences in an otherwise great season of television. So, here is the conclusion. Beef is an original, raw show that I've been craving for a long time. It's really entertaining to watch, it's funny, it has a surprising amount of depth in its characters and themes. It honestly feels like the little introverted brother of Everything Everywhere All at Once, in a really weird sense. So yeah, if you're open to watching something unconventional and experimental, I'd say give it a go. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, sub, and tell me what you thought about Beef in the comment section. Otherwise, I will bury you like I buried Robbie. Alright, bye.